Bonsai by Edith Chempo. Bullet. The word bonsai literally is an ancient. The word bonsai is derived from which means planting, so it is planting in a container or potted plant. The second bullet, the smallest bonsai tree in the world. These rarely are they ever more than 1 to 3 inches in height. They can be lifted with 2 fingers easily. 3 bullet, bonsai tree was sold for $3.1 million. The amount a particular tree will bring in all depends on its types, where the age, and the resources invested into growing it. The fourth bullet, the largest collection of bonsai tree, is the world's first and finest bonsai museum, and its permanent collections are a part of our humanity's history. 5 bullet, bonsai is about how love is simplified. The poem was entitled Bonsai because one loves just as something like that could be kept much like a bonsai. 6 bullet, bonsai is an ancient Japanese art form. This art form is derived from an ancient and then redeveloped under the influence of Japanese Zen Buddhism. The last bullet, what kind of tree is the bonsai? A method of growing trees which aims to create an image of a large mature tree but in miniature, so you can create a bonsai oak tree, for example, by taking an existing oak tree and styling it is a bonsai. Cuernos de Negros by Elsa Martinez Coscuela. Coscuela is the best field of drama. Elsa Coscuela is the only Filipino dramatist Balangkas Hall of Fame. She has started as a poet. She wrote under Edith Tiempo and David Quimada. Second bullet. Elsa Coscuela is the only dramatist Filipina. Yes, because she is a first Filipina poet, short story writer, and playwright from Bacolod. She is married to Jose Orlando H. Coscuela and has 3 sons, Jose Orlando Jr. and John Paul Robert and Jacques Oscar Celerino. Third bullet, she has finished her history of Buenos de Negros. Negros Island was originally called Boglas, an old native word that is thought to mean cut off. It is believed that Negros was once part of a greater mass of land. Fourth bullet, he had watched his father clearing grass. A sentence is written in active voice, then the subject of the sentence is performing the action. Five bullet, in the region around the Negros Extremely is the fourth largest and third most populous island in the Philippines, with a total land area of 13,309 km. 6 bullet, where can you find volcano? Cuernos de Negros. The broad Cuernos de Negros volcanic complex is seen here from the small island of Apo, 7 kilometers of the city of Zamboanga at the southern end of Negros Island. 7. Bullet. Is Cuernos de Negros active or inactive? Cuernos de Negros is classified by the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology as a potentially active volcano forming part of the Negros volcanic belt.
The bells count in our blood. So, the first bullet, the bells count in our blood. The sound the bells make is not just a noise, but an experience, an emotion. It brings back memories in juice of the past, a heartbeat felt in the depth of our soul. The bell towers stand tall, a place of stillness and peace. It holds the sound that carries through the age across generations and the blood that flows within us all. Our religious practices and the spirit of our people. It changed the not just sounds, the blood count in our blood, the indelible mark of our ancestry, a haunting, beautiful reminder of who we are. So the second bullet, identify of the speaker and the setting. So the speaker is not facility identified but by the same to be someone who is deeply connected to sound of the bell and the cultural tradition in the setting is the bell tower in the Philippines. Then the third bullet identify of the tone of the poem. So the tone of the bell counts in our blood by Merle Alunan is contemplative and reflective. The poem speaks of the significance of bells in Philippine culture, emphasizing how the sound of bell marks the comments of joy, sadness, and change the moment of joy. In the lives of the people, the tone is introspective and meditative as the poem reflects on the cultural significance of the bells and the rich layer of meaning in whole. Then, the fourth bullet examine the mood of the poem. The mood of the poem is somber and reflective. The author reflects on the pass of time and how the sound of the bell represents the fleeting nature of life. There is a wistful and nostalgic tone as the author contemplate the memories and experience that have shaped their life. The repetition, the repetition of phrase the balls count in our blood creates the hand quality and reinforces the idea of passage of time. Overall, the mode is melancholy and contemplative, urging the reader to reflect on their own life and the passing of time. Then the five bullets identify the theme of the poem. The theme of the poem, The Bells Count in Our Blood by Merle Alunan, is the passage of time and fleeting nature of life. The sound of the bells serve as powerful symbol of the unstoppable march of time, reminding the speaker of the transcendence of life and the inevitability of an experience. The speaker reflects on the memories and experience that have shaped their life, emphasizing the importance of cherishing every moment. The theme also highlights the universal nature of mortality as everyone must confront the reality that time is finite. To live fully in the present, appreciate the moment they have acknowledged the cyclical and ephemeral nature of life. Then the sixth bullet consider of the language and imagery used. The language and imagery used in the poem are rich and vocative. The sounds of the bells describe an experience and an emotion, and it's the compared to us heartbeat built in the depth of our soul. The bell tower is described as a place of stillness and peace, and the bell is itself depicted and as a symbol of Filipino culture, tradition, and identity. So, the, the last bullet, 7, I reflect of the title of the poem. The title of the poem, The Bells in Our Blood, is a metaphor that speaks to the deep connection the speaker feels to the sounds of the bells and the cultural tradition it represents. The phrase in our blood suggests that this connection is passed down through generation, becoming an integral part of the speaker identity. So, Overall, the counts in our blood is an poignant and deeply felt point that captures the essence of the importance of the bells in Filipino culture and identity.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will be the one to discuss The Brave Woman by Grace Monte de Ramos. First bullet: the responsibility of mother in her son. Being a mother is never easy. It's a lifetime responsibility, yet giving birth, feeding, and clothing the child doesn't end up the responsibility of being a mother. Mother will always be there to support her child even in the hardest battle. Second bullet: why did her son join to the soldiers? Her son joined to the soldiers because of their situation was difficult. Actually, they were very poor. Third bullet: why was her two sons died? Her son died because of the war. How did Fourth bullet: how difficult to be a soldier. It is not easy to be a soldier because you have encountered a rebellion that killed you during the war. Your life was very dangerous. Fifth bullet: how difficult being a mother. Being a mother can do anything just to sustain the needs of her children, but mother in this point cannot do anything. She doesn't have enough money to bring her child in school. That's why she was forced to take her sons to be trained as soldiers. Sixth bullet: what should she do when her two sons died? It takes a lot of courage to face the reality that her youngest son is now gone because of the war. She cannot cry to the reality that her sons were being born because they will be killed and were killed. In reality, being a poor is not easy. It is not easy because you cannot sustain their goods, their foods, their needs. And that's all. Thank you.